All right. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Let's get it. Midnight Smoke, episode 10. Jumping into it. How you been?
I've been pretty good, working and stuff, saving up. Really, just getting the hang of, just grown life, I guess you could say, after school.
You ain't been,
Huh?
You ain't been seeing nothing interesting?
No, not really, I ain't really been staying to myself, working on me. What about you do?
Same. I've been working, putting in hella overtime at work and shit. But I was on YouTube the other day, and I seen this one video, and it's about this book. I think it's called, like, All Tomorrows.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, it started off, like, from what I seen, it started off, like, the human race, they start colonizing other planets and stuff like that. They doing their thing. Shit, I'm out of breath. Out of breath for no reason. But they start colonizing other planets. And then this other alien race called the Q pulls up, basically. And they're like, they're so advanced to us, they look like gods. And, they had like a war and everything. And then they end up winning. And they just like genetically changed them. Like based on like, because there's different like colonies of humans because they're different planets. And depending on how much they fall back is like how bad they like changed them. Like there were some, they had their human mind still, but they were just blocks and they just ate waste and that was it.
Crazy.
And shit like that. That's some fucked up shit.
It is crazy.
Hell yeah. And then it was just like, after, other civilizations evolved and stuff like that, like even though they fucked them up, they evolved and they came back some more shit.
I got a question for you. How do you think we, like, evolved, like, us as humans?
See, that's what I was thinking about, too. I was like, because there's always, like, a great... You ever heard about the Great Reset?
I heard about it, but I don't really remember it like that.
Basically, like, like, when dinosaurs died, that was a great reset and stuff like that. And I think they said there's, like, in the past, there's been, like, 8 great resets and stuff like that. And that could be where, like, a lot of the shit we see that we can't explain has came from, like the pyramids. There's no way they had the technology to make the pyramids as precise as they are.
And as strong as they are, either.
Yeah, like, as precise. Like, and then the pyramids are lined up with some, like, star constellation, perfectly aligned. And it was just like, how did they build this? And I seen one thing, they were talking about, like, aliens. They said aliens can like help them build this and stuff like that and shit like that. So hey, you never know. I believe in all of that, like aliens and shit. There's no way there's not aliens.
I don't know if I believe in, like, I guess you could say the general term of like aliens, but I do believe that there's like it is something else. It got to be something else.
Like in the sense of aliens, there's life on other planets. Like this it's impossible for this to be the only planet that can thrive. Maybe it's just other planets aren't there in their evolutionary stage. Because, Earth's been here for, like, billions and millions of years and shit like that. So, like...
Or maybe, like...
Or maybe they had their great resets.
Not only that, but maybe they, like... how we have, like, fish and stuff?
Yeah.
Maybe, like, how we can't breathe where fish breathe, but we know that they're still there. Mm-hmm. What if they can only breathe in, like, their part of, like, their planet?
See... There's a whole science to it. Like I don't feel like going into, but it's just like there could be like I forgot what type of life forms we are. But like we breathe in air. But there's like, what if we run into a carbon-based life form? Then the rules that apply to us on our planet wouldn't apply to them because they're different.
Yeah.
So shit.
Could be.
It might be aliens and shit like that. They doing their thing and shit like that. Shit, they might already be here.
No cap, because it has been a lot of weird stuff going on.
You ever seen the show Peacemaker? It was basically, it's like it was a DC show. It's about like a superhero. And basically, there was aliens that infiltrated the world and they were taking it over. And like, no one knew and shit like that. And they would cover up everything because like, they were higher ups and shit like that, like in the government. So people never knew. And then, they found out and they killed them and shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They were there for good, though. They was trying to help the world so they wouldn't fuck it over.
Yeah. That's probably what's going on right now. Now that you done said that, because, this, how do I explain it? I was watching your podcast the last time, and I know you said something about The Office. You don't think older people should be in the office.
Yes.
Because they're stuck inside of their own, ways of mind or whatever, which I do agree with to a certain extent.
It's not that.
But
It's just it's like out with the old and with the new. Like, you know what I mean? Things get out. I won't say outdated, but you need that new outlook.
Yeah. But do you like honestly think like if we got someone new like of our millennial, right?
I don't think someone of our age should be in office yet.
So what do you think, like 40?
Yeah, that's what we were talking about
50
on that episode. We were saying from like starting to be in it in like 28 to like 55. 55, 60.
I don't really know, because now that I'm thinking about it, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though, yes, I do, agree with you or whatever, older people do tend to be stuck inside of their ways or whatever. But I think we should just all wait our turn. Like, wait for us to get there, because they done lived a lifetime.
But it's not
things
always.
Are getting worse.
It's not about age, it's about experience. Just because you're older than me doesn't mean you know better than me.
More,
and stuff like that. That's why different people are wiser at different ages and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's like a lot of people, like my uncle told me, he was just like, like people tend to tell me I'm mature for my age and shit like that. Because it's just the experiences I've been through. But someone my age can be less mature because they just lived a different lifestyle. Right. You know what I mean? And most of the politicians they've been rich their whole lives.
So do you think the age should change or the election process?
I won't say the election. I say age because after so long, old people will tend to get stuck in their ways. And shit. And, it's just out there to do. But I mean, 55, like to 60 isn't bad.
No,
that's a pretty good
ain't bad
age.
at all, yeah.
But like, there's people that are 80 and stuff like that. And like, I think it's like Supreme Judges, they rule for life. Like, they're judges for life and stuff like that. Like, no matter what, until they die. And there's only a set amount. So this old ass nigga don't know nothing about pushing P. What this nigga know?
This nigga don't know shit.
He ain't pushing P. I done turned on my PlayStation. Damn, you're not in the games, bro.
No, not really. I mean, I play games here and there. I probably play the game like once a month.
My PlayStation be sounding like it's on an airplane. It be that'll get loud.
I hear that hook right now.
Yeah.
But no, I play the game probably like once a month. But I kind of tend to stick to like the same games, like 2K and shit. GTA, all this shit. I be feeling so useless when I'm with the homies and they start talking about basketball and football and shit like that. Cause I don't watch basketball and football, so I just be like, yeah. just
I heard his name.
Yeah, that's like me. Like I used to watch it, wherever my papa is a big ass Cowboys fan, so I kind of grew up to be a Cowboys fan or whatever. But I used to watch it until I actually played it, and then it got serious for me. So
I love playing it though. Playing sports is different than watching it.
I kind of miss it. So
I like playing football. I really did. I wasn't dedicated as other people because I really didn't care about football.
Right.
I was like, I don't watch football. I don't intend to go pro, but I'm having fun doing it.
Yeah, it was. Freshman year was fun.
Niggas
freshman year was probably like my favorite year ever.
Niggas be at the rec playing their ass off like this is going to determine if they going to the draft or some shit.
Oh God,
man, miss me with that bullshit.
Every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Still be
they good, but I mean
some be nice, some be nice. But for the most part, ain't nobody finna discover you at the YMCA. You know what I'm saying?
And people just having a good time, I guess.
So how you feel about I think her name Christian Rock and
I mean to each her own. That's all I can say. She seemed cool. I mean, I don't know her.
What would you say if
she better stay away from Halle?
Oh God, I seen that. I was like, hell no.
You better stay away.
I don't know.
That's a good girl right there.
That's kind of crazy, dude.
I wasn't expecting that one.
What you tell her?
Who, Halle?
No, Krishan or Krishan.
I mean, her relationship is her relationship. I don't care what goes on in her relationship.
Okay, think if that was like your niece or like your
then that's
Your
different.
daughter.
That's different. Well, I mean, she love him. We only know what we see.
Right.
We don't know what the fuck going on in that relationship. So,
When nigga a whole tooth though.
hey, look, love, people be in love.
A tattoo is one thing.
I'd rather get she can take her tooth though.
She got a tattoo and a tooth with this nigga face on it.
Shit, that nigga.
She got his whole fucking face on her neck. And I think she got his whole like name, I think right above her parts.
Oh yeah, it's like something. Yeah. Hey,
I don't know. That's kind of crazy to me.
I wouldn't want my girl to do that, but she grown. Each your own. That's all I can ever say about shit like that, because I don't understand it.
So like, when do you think enough is enough though?
I see. Everybody love
differently.
Yeah, everybody loves differently. So like, I can't really say. I can't speak on it because I don't fully understand it.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? If you care for that person so much and that's what you want to do, I mean, do it. Like, I don't believe that there's any. This is gonna sound really crazy, but right and wrong really don't exist.
It don't.
Like, that's a human concept and stuff like that. That's why a lot of things and a lot of problems we have it's truly stupid to me, because I realize most of these, like, animals, look at animals, they don't care about different things, you know, because that's so human. That's stupid. People be so sad and so depressed and stuff like that. Like, social media, we're not meant to be disconnected. That's why so many people is having, like, going through shit and stuff like that. Yeah. Like, you know, they be seeing shit and social media make them depressed and shit like that. That's because I don't feel like we're meant to be disconnected.
You know, now that you done said that, I've been thinking, you know, we only know what we were taught and what the people above us were taught. But I feel like our generation, we're so strong on being, I guess you could say, I don't really know the word to put it. We're so strong on being like.
Open my eyes to all of this too.
No, I mean, I done thought about it before, but you know, we're trying to see what I'm trying to say. I feel like the only reason why this world is kind of going in a spiral down is because I think we're the first generation to ask why. You know what I mean? Like, even my mom, she'd be like, "Oh, when I was young, we couldn't do this. When I was young, we couldn't do that." But I feel like us and how we were raised, I think we have been raised to like have our own voice. So now the question is why? Like, we all know that the color red is red, but who the fuck named red red?
Exactly.
Why can't red be white? Why can't red be green?
Like, that's really. I was at work and I was just like, damn. Languages is really people saying shit their way. Like this. This a phone. Wait, no, your shirt. That's red. You go to you go to someone that's Mexican. It's rojo. Nigga, this red.
Like, it's the same. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
just us saying the same thing, it's just saying.
You know what I'm
way.
saying? And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that's why the world is coming down into a spiral, because now we just want to know why. Like, we're like you said, we're so open.
I wouldn't say it's coming down to a spiral.
I think it is, because we could use the Bible, for instance. You know, I told you I'm a spiritual. I was grown up. I mean, I was taught Christianity, so I consider myself a Christian. But I'm not fully into the Bible like that. Mm-hmm. So, but you know, they say that we were taught the Bible from a white man that was a slave master. Mm. So, like, what he taught, what he said, people followed that, and then they taught their generation that, and then they taught their generation that. But like I said, I think we evolved so much. We're so open to everything. Now our generation is the ones that's asking why. And I think it kind of go hand in hand about what G said, because now, you know what I'm saying? Like, the people in office, they're not going to answer our why. So it would take somebody younger to answer our why, kind of.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying?
You say you feel like the world is getting worse. I feel like the world really hasn't overall changed. It's just that it comes off as worse because we have so much media. Everything is
so much
media.
access.
Everything is media. What's the word? Everything's in the media and stuff like that. So we are more connected than ever. You know what I mean? Everything has a story. Everything can be found on the internet. Back in the day, they didn't have that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, like, a shooting go on in here, oh, you only going to really know if you got the paper. Like, you know what I mean? There's not much media coverage. Right. We're just so connected, and people tend to focus more on the bad than the good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, of course, there's bad in the world, and, of course, it's going to outshine the good when that's what people are drawn to. Like, you know, when good stuff happens, you're happy. But if something bad happens, you get alert. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So maybe people just, like, that's just what they wanted. That's what people want to hear and stuff like that, sadly. Like, people, I feel like, more than nothing, just want to be safe. So when they do see something bad, they freak out over it because they feel like it's the end of the world. You know what I mean? So, you know, like, slavery. The world back then, and even like people in religion saying like the world is coming to an end. They've been saying that for pretty much as long as religion has been there. Like the world isn't going to never seem more better because good and bad really don't exist at its core. I feel like animals. No animal is good or bad. Animals just survive. You know what I mean? Or like even people making.
I think the thing that we were wasn't it about the about a bear. You were like no, you were telling a story about your dog, and you was like, if your dog was to bite you, like you what the fuck would you do?
That's one thing. Like animals are crazy. Like if I was with my dog, I got a Rottweiler, fully grown, and I was just sitting here like, damn, if she decides to fuck my ass up, there's not much I can do about it.
Like it's really nice.
That's crazy. But what I was saying, people they're trying to make medicines that can make us live like up to 100 in years and stuff like that, and I don't think that's a good idea. Like our bodies, our lifespan is what it is because the world cannot sustain all of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything happens for a reason. And when you try to play God or mess with nature, you know, like we're overpopulating the world. The world is overpopulated, and they're trying to figure out saving lives and stuff like that. And I understand that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, the world is already unsustainable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just I don't want to say survival of the fittest, but that's the world. But people just want to be safe. That's why I say, like, a lot of we have human problems that we made. Every problem we have is a problem we caused.
Yeah, like I said, I understand that, you know, everything is, something is, that's what it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in that, like, I don't even know how to explain it. You know how, like, for instance, you know, when something bad happens or whatever, the bad tends to linger longer than the happiness.
See?
And a lot of people forget that, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know, when you say that's just how it's supposed to be, that goes for everything. And I feel like the same way I said we were asking why, I feel like sometimes the why don't need to be answered.
Exactly. Like, have I not told you, you'll drive yourself crazy trying to
figure out everything.
Yeah, figure out why everything is the way it is. Sometimes that's just like a lot of bad shit happens to you. Most people like, why does this happen to me? That's just life. Life isn't fair. You know what I mean? Everybody goes through their different stuff at different times. That's just life. So it's not like life is being unfair. Life doesn't discriminate. You know what I mean?
Right.
Shit happens.
You know, yeah, exactly. Like,
you just gotta live with the hand you're dealt. And if you can make a W out of it, good.
Yeah.
Can't. Yeah, shit. It is what it is.
Really, to be honest.
Yeah, but that's one thing. Everything's so expensive now. That doesn't make no sense to me. Like people, our quality of life will never be better if we have to focus all of our life just working, not even being able to enjoy life.
Yeah, I seen that
shit like that.
You seen that? They trying to push back the age of retirement now.
Yeah,
like,
I think it's been going up gradually.
Yeah, it has. I think it was around like what at first wasn't it like 60?
Probably like 62. Right now it's probably like 72. I heard
something like that. But that's crazy though. Like, I just understand if everything went up, as far as like getting paid too and stuff. But it's still some jobs that still pay like 7, 8.
Yeah,
and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. It kind of go back to what you were saying about like us being overpopulated. I feel like now they're trying to, you know what I'm saying, weigh us all out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, I don't really know. Like, that's one thing I didn't understand. You know, like with the war and stuff, right? Why did we have to take like the hit, like a hit for it, and our shit go up? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I remember rent used to be what, like 9, 8.
Rent is just
it's up right now. My brother got a 2-bedroom apartment. He paid $1,200 just for rent.
That's not bad.
$1,200
for a 2-bedroom? That's not bad.
I mean, no, he started off at 12. He paid $2,000 now.
That's okay. That's
he paid $2,000. I mean, my bad.
Yeah, that's something.
That's crazy, and that's just for rent. Not, I think it comes with like water and shit, but for like food and utilities and shit. Like that's crazy. Even now, like for you to get approved for your own spot or whatever, I think you have to make like 3 times the spot. You know what I'm saying?
You want to know one thing why people say that like life doesn't hit no more? Because people are always on their phones and stuff like that. No one lives in the moment no more. Like, fucking, if you just, like I said, at the end of the day, we're just stories. We're just memories. We live on by the stories we tell to each other. So when you're when you're seeing something and like, say you go somewhere fun, like Disneyland, but you're just on your phone the whole time and you're not really enjoying it. You're not living in that moment. And like it's not gonna hit the same because you're not enjoying it and stuff like that. That's why like when I go hang out with my homies, with the homies and shit, I don't everybody be on your phone. I can't tell you to get on your phone or not, but I always enjoy it more when everybody got their phone down. We just kicking it. Yeah. Like, people don't know how to communicate no more. People just want to be on their phones 24/7 and shit like that. Hell no.
Everything we're saying really circles around to everything that was already said. It's because of social media. Like, everything is out there. Folks wake up and post from morning to night. Yeah. About, you know what I'm saying, life, about work, about what they go through, about a relationship, you know what I'm saying, about things that they get. They record they birthdays and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically what he's trying to say, put down your phones and enjoy the time that you're here.
God, step outside. Go step on some grass. Live life and shit.
Exactly. When was the last time y'all got bit by a fucking ant?
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
When was the last time y'all rode a bike?
When was the last time your mama said, stop coming inside of my house?
Exactly. When was the last time she said, you letting out my AC? Exactly. When was the last time you got water from the water hose?
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
Step the fuck. They scared to come inside. Gotta say it.
Oh, for real though, like, that was crazy. Like, cause I think I had a pretty good childhood. You know what I'm saying? I think I had a very good mixture. We didn't really get like
our generation
into social media until like really going into like 6th grade.
From like 2000 to 03, some 04. We really got the best of both worlds. Like I didn't grow up with a phone and social media and shit like that. That didn't start coming around till middle school.
Not only that, but when I grew up with a phone, but I had a mini phone and that was a fucking flip.
Yeah,
a fucking.
I got my first phone when I was 6.
I was 6 too.
Thought I was a shit.
I had a silver fat ass flip phone.
Oh God, nobody called me my mama.
My mama, my granny, and my papa.
I'm just calling people just to call.
Just calling, wasting minutes.
Wasting minutes. I'm calling my brother. He used to be a hoe with it. This nigga used to he would block my numbers and shit like that. Like, you call me too much. I'm like, but I love you. Face ass.
But you know, now, like, my little cousin, he got his first phone when he was, I think, 7 or 8. This nigga had an iPhone. I think an iPhone 8.
My little cousin Morgan was like that.
You know what I'm saying? Even these kids now, like, my nephew just turned 1. He can't walk, but he knows how to play the games on my phone.
My little nephew, he like 2. He could be playing Subway Surfers
exactly.
and shit. He
you know
got hella coins on that bitch.
I ain't played that whole in a minute.
Oh God.
Oh, just that.
I like watching the on TikTok to be like Reddit stories in the background. They play Subway Surfers.
Okay, Temple Run, Subway Surfers, or Jetpack Joyride.
Subway Surfers, Jetpack Joyride, Temple Run, in that order. You can switch out Subway Surfers and Jetpack Joyride though.
I don't know. I'll say
either or. Those 2 are top tier.
Yeah.
With the edits and shit, and you get all the cool jetpacks and shit. That was my game. I used to have my little tablet, and I used to be playing at home on the school bus. Can I play? No!
That's even like school, you know what I'm saying? Like, we used to want to get on the computers and play the games on there. You know what I'm saying? Like, cool math, Y8, unblocked games and shit.
Y8 was my shit.
Y8 was my shit. They had every game on there.
This little stuntman game I would play on it. They still got Y8.
I think it's a virus site now.
It's a virus, man. They some hoes.
Yeah, but that whole used to.
I used to be on the computer playing, going to DisneyChannel.com playing the games on Nickelodeon, on Cartoon Network games. Yeah. I was a gamer my whole life.
This shit's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically what we're trying to say. I think this is just gonna be a podcast of lessons. Basically, what we're saying is
trying to spit game.
Exactly.
Put
down the phones. Enjoy life again. If I know schools now got like iPads and MacBooks and shit.
Fuck them niggas. If y'all in school, fuck y'all.
Right. But if you don't have to press the button at the bottom and feel that heat coming from that big ass machine to turn it on, it's really sad. You know what I'm saying? This shit's
school's not the same.
It's not.
I don't think the kids are learning like they're supposed to. So many teachers, they're not paying teachers enough. Shit like that. It's just crazy. It is a lot of shit going on. But there's a lot of good, but the media tends to cover the bad. Yeah. So you know what I mean? Of course the world is going to seem bad when all you look at is the bad.
Exactly. Like,
so it is what it is.
Like, even like, you know, us, we graduated not too long ago. A year ago, right?
It was a year ago.
You know what I'm saying? Even then, you know, like, we were the last class to have 8 classes a day. You know what I'm saying?
About middle school?
Yeah, in middle school. You know what I'm saying? We got to experience, I guess, that last little tail ending of, like, before shit really, you know what I'm saying, changed. And, you know, even when you look at high school or whatever, specifically our high school, it's always been shit going on there. Mm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we were the class to start.
I graduated from DeSoto High School, and all I gotta say is, wow. I had a good. No, I hated DeSoto. I hated it so much.
I had a good experience.
I hated it. I didn't fuck with nobody. I hated it.
I did. I'm a pretty open, you know what I'm saying, person.
I mean, it was cool, but
But no, I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, like, it's always been fights. It's always been, you know, dumb shit going on.
That shit was crazy.
But
you see the fights on like Facebook and shit like this. One girl got jumped by like 10 people and shit. I was like, what did this bitch do to make these niggas that mad?
You see what I mean? It's on the media. There ain't no way Cardi B, that's never stepped foot at DeSoto High School, got so much shit to say. And that was about West. Oh yeah, and we had went to West too.
I would beat his ass to throw a chair at me. I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck what it was.
It'd be them videos, and it'll be like,
the kids these days are not scared though. Like, kids these days don't give two fucks.
parents aren't teaching their kids correctly.
I'm going to say
well, I won't say that, but a lot of people, teach your kid to not take disrespect, but also be respectful and stuff like that. Like, know your place.
Because, see, me, first of all, I don't mind, getting into it with nobody.
I get into it with a teacher, but I'm not about to do all of that. I'm not about to make it
I used to
like
be scared to come. If I was to do that, I would be scared to come home. I wouldn't even do it because I'll think about the wrath that I'll feel when I get home. I'm not saying beating your kids is okay. It's not okay. But our generation is so on this, I'm not going to whoop my kids. Sometimes you need to chastise your kids.
Not chastise.
I think you need to chastise your kids.
I feel like you're underestimating the weight of that word. To chastise someone?
I think you need to chastise your kids.
That's abuse.
Chastise? No, you're using abuse a little
chastising.
Loose.
Do you know how
abuse and chastising?
That's pretty bad.
Those
to chastise someone.
You said abuse.
That's pretty much abusing someone. If you chastising your kid, that's abusing them.
I mean, I thought you could chastise in
different
ways. When you say abuse, that's just like...
If you Google that word right now, Tristan, you are heavily underestimating that word.
Can I?
Yeah, you can Google it. Chastising is pretty bad. Like, you wouldn't want to chastise your kid. That's traumatizing. You'll grow up and you'll be like, why does my kid not talk to me? Because you fucking chastise him as a kid. You're talking about chastising his kids. Read the definition out loud.
Let me see. It says ground or present participant. This ain't the right thing.
Yeah, that ain't the right definition. Chastising is very physical.
All it says is to discipline or punish. That's literally all it says.
All I gotta say is when most people use the word chastise, it's because it's like people. You see a nigga grab on his wife or something like that and just like, rough up a little. You're not fully beating her ass, but you rough her up. That's chastising. And shit like that. Like, you don't want to chastise your kids. I'm like, you can give a little pop. You could, I guess, do what you want with your kids.
Yeah.
I don't care.
At this point, do what you want. We're just speaking of how it could be a little bit better.
You can't save everybody.
You can't.
I would be a horrible motherfuckers think about when they get superpowers. You know how Superman and stuff like that. I don't want to be killing and shit like that. I ain't too good to kill a nigga. Try me, bitch. See, that's why they be getting hold. The villain come back and keep fucking with them because y'all keep letting these niggas live. You gotta let these niggas know how you moving.
Exactly.
And not to be fucked with. You can't be friends with everybody.
You can't. I had to learn that.
You had to learn that the hard way?
Yeah.
Hey, how you have to learn it?
I knew you was gonna ask that.
Yeah, you brought it up.
So, I guess I can give y'all a little story time. So I would say probably about like a month and a half ago or whatever. I had a best friend. It was a girl. I had a best friend or whatever. We were best friends for probably about 2 years, and I knew during the friendship or whatever, it was a lot of shit that best friends shouldn't do to each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just some crazy ass shit. But I kept giving her, you know what I'm saying, chance after chance and shit, just because I guess I seen the good in her, and I wanted her to change. I felt like I was friends with her for a reason for her to change. So I had to learn it the hard way from when it was reversed, and I needed her not to leave my side. She was the first person gone. So I had to like cut her off like right then and there. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of learned that from experience. Like, you can't save everybody. Sometimes you have to kill a nigga just to show the rest of these niggas that you do not give two fucks.
You gotta let niggas know.
Bro, yeah, that's kind of sad.
This the weekly dose of Game of Thrones that I speak about on every podcast. Fucking Tywin Lannister, the nigga. So basically, his pops, he was letting a whole bunch of people get over on him and shit like that, disrespect. Basically, they owed his family some gold, right? And he was like, all right, it's time to pay it. They was like, nah. That nigga went over to that castle. He killed their whole family, killed all them niggas. And now, like, when niggas trying to beef with his family, it was one nigga trying to beef with his family. He sent the nigga to play a song, and the nigga didn't want to do shit. He was like, never mind. Like, he stopped beefing with that nigga. He fell in line. Gotta do what you gotta do.
I'm telling you, like,
fuck the police.
Especially now. You know what I'm saying? It is a dog eat dog world now.
I mean, that's how it's always been.
Well, I'm saying, yeah. Goes back to being in the media. Stop posting y'all lives on social media.
Do what you want. Fuck it. I don't post my life on. Motherfuckers do not know how I move unless you know me. Yeah. I mean, I post a little something on social media, but not much. Some people like to broadcast their lives. I feel like if that's what they want to do, let them. Now, when you're doing illegal activities, don't be a fucking idiot and fucking broadcast your life on social media. When you got shit that you want to stay in the dark, all I gotta say is when you in the light, it's gonna find a way to shine. I mean, if you're gonna do all that shit on social media and you wanna post shit on social media, like fucking when you gangbanging and you posting all these guns and shit like that, they be watching. They must definitely be watching, bro. There's eyes and ears everywhere. You know, the CIA, because, you know, after a while, they have to release, like, what they've been doing. It's public knowledge. They have to. They release, like, that aliens are real, astral projection is real, that there's fucking cameras in the birds. Yes, there's cameras in the fucking birds.
I'm pretty sure. But you know what I'm saying? Not even only, like, on that far of a level, the people that you think you cool with, niggas be the main ones that be setting your ass up. That's why a lot of people can't post inside of their close friends, or they restart their close friends, because it's that one person that take what they post and go back and say something. A lot of people just don't know how to mind their business.
People don't pick good company to keep. I could post, if I was to post my news with my close friends right now, I would have without a doubt in my heart, like, that it's not getting leaked. It's going to stay in my close friends.
People are too friendly.
Oh yeah, most
too
definitely.
Friendly. Like,
sometimes they haven't learned yet. That's why I say, like, life is about perspective, and they just haven't got to that point yet. So shit, fall on your face. You gotta fall on your face. Some people haven't yet.
Yeah, because like I said, like, it's just crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, at this point, it's kind of sad. Like, I mean, it's not sad. You're supposed to, you know, be aware or whatever and watch your surroundings and shit like that. But it's kind of sad. Like, you got to kind of always have to keep a guard up now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
that's just how people are naturally.
Like, when I was, like, younger or whatever, I say, like, even when I was, like, 14 or whatever, I never had a problem, like, going to a track meet or like a game and shit and actually enjoying it. But now the older that I've got and like the shit that I see going on and shit, like, I'm so, like, I'm just always alert, always aware when I'm out. I feel like sometimes it kind of get in the way of me having genuine fun because I'm always just aware.
That's just a natural person. Like, I'll be out having fun and stuff like that, but I naturally peep my surroundings and shit like that.
I don't really like.
I peep everything.
I tend to be quiet and I peep the people that I'm around. But as far as my surroundings go, I know I'm never gonna put myself in a surrounding where I don't feel safe at.
Oh yeah, most definitely. You should never.
You know what I'm
saying?
Don't
put yourself in a situation
now,
where you don't feel safe.
Exactly. So that's why I don't. I mean, I do now, like I said, but before I didn't because, like I said, I'm in 9th grade and I'm going to a track meet. I'm not thinking about it could be a nigga sitting across with a fucking gun finna light our ass and stuff. I'm genuinely having
always be
fun.
calm.
Yeah,
you can never think straight when you're not calm.
You can.
So that's why I always try to keep a level head. You keep a level head, and or like even when you arguing with someone, as long as you're keeping a level head, you're not getting mad. You're gonna be like. You're going to hit them with facts. Me and Joseph, we argue a lot, but we're not arguing bad. We arguing over some stupid shit like some comic shit. Or this character could whoop this character, and this is why I did some shit like that. And sometimes I be hitting Joseph with some facts. Like, Joseph was like, oh, Superman could do this. Superman only did it once. And then I say, oh, Superman got whooped by a human. That's just plot armor. Well, anything's plot armor. It's the plot.
Yeah.
You can't use plot armor when you can't say this is plot armor and using that as an argument because it benefit you, but when the argument you're using is plot armor too, sounds like Joseph, it don't work that way.
No, it doesn't.
See, I could be a lawyer because me and China debate. Me and my sister used to debate. I could fucking debate.
Yeah, we don't really debate. We do, but we don't.
I feel like when we debate, sometimes when you're stuck in your ways.
No, I feel like you're stuck. I feel like sometimes. I mean, we're both different people, so we're both supposed to think. You know what I'm saying? What we thought is right. I don't have a problem admitting when I'm wrong. Like, if you really pulling out facts and I feel like I'm wrong, I feel like I'm wrong.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when you genuinely don't feel like you're wrong, you would justify a lot of fucked up. You've justified a lot of fucked up shit. Well, I'm using the Steven Universe argument as an example though. I don't want to get into that one, but you can justify. It
kind of goes into what we said. You got to do what you got to do. You can't save everybody. If we were talking about that,
but that's down to being a good person though. Like, that's one thing people should realize. Good people don't exist. Good isn't something you are, it's something you do. Shout out to my 7th grade teacher, Mr. Carter. He told me that every day he would ask me how am I doing. I would say good. He was like, you can't be good. Good is something you do. And I'm like, I'm great. And he'd be like, okay, there you go. Because people aren't just good and natural. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Being good is just doing those things. You're doing good. You know, you help people out. Like, that's one thing you got to realize.
And not only that, like you said, no one is genuinely good. Somebody could be good to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just because I'm fine with something that you do and I think is good, somebody else may not think is good, which is kind of what me and my best friend got into it about, because she was so stuck on, she was just like a simple thinker. She don't really, I don't want to talk about her. I mean, fuck it, we ain't friends. She's a simple ass thinker, and I'm more of an in-depth thinker. I think more out of the box and just staying in a specific box.
Because people, that makes sense. I say it like this. Just because everything is about perspective. Just because you see something doesn't mean that's what it is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's like perception versus reality.
Exactly. You look at a glass window and it looks like there's nothing there. Just because it doesn't look like there's something there doesn't mean there's nothing there. Exactly. Shit like that. And people are quick to believe what they want to believe and not looking at what's in front of you. Like me, I'm going to believe the facts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if I feel this way, well, I mean, shit. I mean, I can't argue against that. You know what I mean? They did this. I can't argue against that. It's a fact. And people just like, this just goes down to not being able to react on emotion.
Yeah.
Emotions cloud a lot of things. So I'm not saying being emotionless, but when you're going through strong emotions, it's not really good to make big decisions. It's never, even if you're good, even if you're happy and shit like that. Like, say, an artist, they about to sign $1 million deal. They not looking. They just know it's $1 million deal. They didn't read the contract or nothing. Oh, you so excited to sign this deal, it's clouding your mind. See, if you was calm, okay, this is $1 million contract, but what's in this contract? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or if you're angry and shit like that, you know, when you mad, you tend to do things you don't want to do. But if you calm down, you be like, okay, no, it's not good to do this. So it's not good to, if you want to make good decisions and actually do what's best for you, you got to do it from a third person perspective. You understand? You get what I'm saying? And shit like that. That's why, like, if two of my friends get into it, I'm always the best person to come with to talk to about it, because, like, I'm not going to take sides. I'm going to let you know what's up 100%.
Exactly.
Because, hey, that's just how it is.
And that's another thing that people don't do anymore. They don't keep it 100, like, at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people, it was kind of like that post-op I made. A lot of people will stay your friend because they're scared to be your enemy. And when I seen that, it kind of made me think of this like, can I use you and old dude? Okay, so basically, I'm not gonna go into depth because, like I said, it's none of y'all business. But basically, that situation, you know what I'm saying? You stayed calm in it. He was thinking out of, I guess you could say, emotion, and he wanted me to choose a side. So by me being who I am, I never chose a side. I said, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't have did whatever, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, you weren't wrong for doing what you were doing. And he didn't see that point. So he kind of lost a good friend over a situation all because I didn't choose his side and I told the truth. Now, what would the difference make if I was a green ass nigga and I did agree? You know what I'm saying? Like, you want me to lie?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's one thing. Like, that's who I'm not. My word is everything.
Exactly.
I don't care what people think about me, but I care that people know my character.
Exactly.
And that's the difference between it. I feel like people shouldn't care what people think, but people should also care how other people perceive them. Like, because everything's about perception. Mm-hmm. Really, this is the episode. This is the episode of perception. Like, you choose someone. Like, people. Okay, let's use Will Smith. People after he slapped someone, just because he slapped someone, a lot of people stop supporting him. Like, I'll never watch a Will Smith movie. All because of that. That's how they perceive him now. But there could be some people that didn't see it and, like, it doesn't affect me. Or, like, people that did see it, it didn't affect me. Like, me personally, I don't care. You slap a nigga. Come on now. And there are some people talking about they're traumatized from that shit. I'm like, man the fuck up.
God damn. So, I got a question. Now, since you done said, you know, it's all about perception, but you also said that you want, you know what I'm saying, be real and you want the reality of it. Mm-hmm. Which one is more important, perception or reality, if you had to choose?
It depends. If I have to choose right now in this moment or just for life in general?
For life in general.
I would say your perception matters more than the reality in life for most people. Like, let's say Beyonce, because Beyonce is so famous. Like, the way people perceive Beyonce, it matters for her, like, you know, profession. The way people perceive Jay-Z, it matters. He cares about that because he built his life on that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And, like, that celebrities built their life on personas. So perception for them matters. But the other one what's the other one?
Reality.
Yeah. And, like, some people, they just care about the reality of it. Like, they don't care what people think about them. It's just, this is what it is. I did what I did.
Okay, so think of it as, like, for instance, the president. Mm-hmm. They perceive themselves to change this and do that. But would you rather have them, you know what I'm saying, their perception be good, or would you rather them tell you the reality?
I'd rather the reality for a president, but for a president, 100% they're going to choose perception because as a leader and as a figurehead of such a big nation, your perception of how you're viewed really matters. If the people don't hate you, nothing matters at the end of the day. You know what I mean? If all of us made the conscious decision to say, fuck this society we got, we not going to pay tax, we're not going to do this, fuck what they talking about, there's nothing that can be done about it. But the president needs his perception, because once people start to figure out, like, who gave these people the keys, you know what I mean?
I think the way you're explaining it like of that person. I'm talking about you. Like, is it more important that you perceive him as the perception that he's putting on?
I say real time. I say reality.
Reality.
But I was saying for
him, it'll be perception.
Yeah, for a president, their perception would matter. But for me, I would say reality. For talking about a president, like, that matters more. Because as long as the president is doing good, then, like, you know, that's all that matters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I see what he's actually doing, that's another thing. fucking, I feel like, you know, when politicians, they make promises to get elected, and then once they're elected, they don't even try. And I feel like anything a politician says while they're going to do while getting elected, by the end of their term, or like they could be subject to investigation, they have to at least show proof that they were working towards it. Because, you know, you can't make everything you say happen, but you have to at least be able to show that you tried.
Yeah.
Type shit.
So I'm going to give you a scenario, okay?
Uh-huh.
Say that the president says, we're going to start making more money. Like the minimum wage price is going to go up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he wants you to know. Like, he's making an effort to make everything better. But the reality is, what he didn't tell you is that for the prices, for us to make more money, since we're overpopulated, he have to kill, let's just say, 100,000 folks. Would you rather know the reality of what's going to happen, or just the perception of it?
I would want to know the reality.
Well, which one do you think? Well, of course, the reality of what's going to happen is going to be more important. But I don't know how to explain it.
It's important to know. That's like, let's just say, like, when people quote unquote make deals with the devil, it goes bad because they have their perception of it. The devil will say he gonna do this for you. You're like, okay, bet. But you didn't listen to the fine print. Like, you don't know what else that's gonna come with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And shit like that. So it's better to have reality, because I know if I say, you say you gonna make me rich, but in return you gonna own 50% off everything I make, I wouldn't make that decision. But if I'm only like looking at it perspective wise, you say you gonna make me rich, okay, shit, bet.
Yeah.
Like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But on that note, we're gonna end it off. Episode 10 was pretty good. Shit, Midnight Smoke out. Peace.
Peace.